fortunate to sit with one of the giants of jazz, Barron. How are you?
Hey, how are you? How you doing?
Good.
Okay.
Born 1943 in Philadelphia, growing
right.
up hearing music from your brother Bill,
Right.
playing the saxophone. So how did it all start?
Well, that was a big part of it. But also, he had a big record collection, old 78 records. In Philadelphia is where we're from. Philadelphia also had a great jazz radio station. So I got to hear the music constantly. And I started studying piano, classical piano. But after hearing John Coltrane and people like that, that became my first love. And that's kind of how it started. And then when I got to junior high school, I met some of my peers who were also musicians and started to play a lot around town and eventually gigging around various places in Philadelphia. And in 1960, I managed to work with Jimmy Heath, while I was still in high school. And he recommended me to Yusef Lateef.
Right.
So that kind of started the ball rolling.
So it was sort of the first heavyweight that took you into the business.
Yeah, right.
And I know when you were 19, you moved over to New York.
Right, that's right.
And tell us about that time. You were young, you came to
I was young,
city.
and I moved over to, actually my brother preceded me to New York, and I came over to visit him, and he was living on East 6th Street on the Lower East Side, and which was a great neighborhood. So I wound up moving kind of like next door to him. So a friend and bass player named Vishnu Wood. I shared an apartment with him, and it was great. This particular block was great because across the street lived Lee Morgan and Reggie Workman and some other musicians from Philly. Up the street lived Ted Curson. Upstairs, Pepper Adams and Elvin Jones shared an apartment. They're both from Detroit, so they lived together. So it was a great neighborhood. And then I used to go to the 5 Spot, and I went there one day, and James Moody was playing, and he knew my brother. So he said, come on up and play. So I went up and played, and he hired me. So I started working with him. It was a great band. It was a sextet with some, for the time, very difficult music, I thought. Most of it written by a trombonist named Tom McIntosh. But fast forward, Moody went back with Dizzy many years later, because he was Dizzy many before. So I ran into Moody on Broadway one day, and he said, "Listen, Lalo Schifrin is leaving the band. Would you be interested?" I said, "Of course. I just got married. I'm not working, and it's Dizzy Gillespie." I started working with Dizzy in '62.
Oh, 62, that early?
Yeah, '62. I was 19. And I stayed with him for 4 years. My first trip to Europe was with him.
And then engaged, of course, with Stan Getz, where you did a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. Although that was much later, but
together with Victor Lewis.
Right. Victor and a few other people. Victor, Rufus Reed. Yeah. So we had that was also a very good experience.
How about traveling? I know you've been traveling the world many times over, and you still have the energy?
I still have energy, but it's starting to fade a little bit.
Right.
So.
Well, I know you've been playing for so many years now. What motivates you to wake up and still go to the piano and still work out?
I think the biggest thing is that it's fun. I enjoy it. It's not, and also I try not to take it too seriously. I enjoy what I'm doing.
Do you have any good advice to the musicians out there to maintain the love for music and just some fatherly advice?
Well, I think if they just play, that's unfortunately they don't have the kind of experiences, or they can't get the same kind of experiences I had growing up because times have changed. But I think a lot of the young players they're very self-motivated, so they will go and start something, or go to a club that doesn't have piano, and bring an electric piano. I mean, I do things like that.
Right. And you've been doing so many projects. Wonderful duo CD with Charlie Hayden.
Yeah.
And now you're also doing a beautiful CD with Dave Holland.
Right.
And you have your different trios. And if you look back at time, is there some special constellation that meant extra for you?
Not really. I think they were all important. Each one was important for different reasons. You know, working with Dizzy, working with Stan Getz, they all meant something. You know, and they were all important in my development, but for different reasons. You know, Ron Carter. I spent a while working with Ron Carter. You know, and it's all very positive.
Right.
And I got something from each situation.
Right. 10 years from now, where do we see Kenny Barron? What's up in the pipeline 10 years from now?
Still alive, I hope.
Well, I'm sure you do. Kenny, it's been a big pleasure to have you on the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you.